All right, good morning, class. Very happy to be here. Pastor Fia is looking sharper than I am. Okay. All right. I'd like to start our presentation today by asking you this question. What if I gave you this amount of money to spend today? $86,400. All right. I see some of you are excited. What would you spend it on? Maybe you can put it in the chat. Okay. Maybe for some guys, it might be a sports car. Okay. For ladies, might be a certain handbag. What would you spend it on? Would you give it? Oh, I'm sure because this is APTS, some of you might say, oh, give it to the Lord, give it to the poor. Oh. Let's see some answers here, okay? Vacation, a house, yeah, those are all great things. Give it to missionary, okay, to missions. Okay, these are all great things. Now imagine with me that you have a magical bank account, okay? And in this bank account, every day you will receive $86,400. It will magically appear in your bank account. But when the clock strikes midnight, no matter whether you have used it or not, it will all disappear. How would you use that money? Wouldn't you do everything in your power to spend every single cent that you have? What a wonderful life that would be, right? Now, the fact is that this morning we all woke up with this magical bank account. However, instead of receiving it in dollars, we received it in seconds. Today, we all get 86,400 seconds to live. That is within the 24 hours. Isn't that much more valuable? Now, Christopher Rice says this. He says that every day is a bank account and our time is our currency. No one is rich, no one is poor. We've all got 24 hours each. So today, how would you spend your time? Our problem, Oswald Sanders says, our problem is not too little time, but making better use of the time we have. Each of us has as much time as anyone else. The President of the United States has the same 24 hours as we. Others may surpass our abilities, influence, or money, but no one has more time. All right. So for this presentation, we'd like to take you through 4 different segments. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about what the Bible says about time. We're going to talk about goals and plans. We're going to talk about some pro tips on how to organize your calendar. And finally, we would like to introduce you to a powerful tool that can help you manage your time. For the next segment, I'd like to pass the time over to my partner, Pastor Fia.
Thank you, Pastor Lemuel. What the Bible say about time? You know, the book of Psalms 92 or 90 verse 12, they teach us to use wisely all the time we have. Also, Paul was talking about Ephesians 5, 15 and 17. 15 say, pay carefully attention then to how you walk, not as unwisely people, but as wise. 16 say, making the most of the time, because the day are evil. So don't be foolish, but understand what the Lord will is. The book of Galatians 3:1, for everything there is a season, and time for every matter and heaven. And time is non-renewable. We cannot use or recycle our time. It is gone. It is gone forever. Time is irreplaceable. No matter how hard we try, we will not be able to go back in time. Time is our most valuable asset. No matter how much money we have, we will never be able to buy a single second of time. Time wasted. Because time is so valuable, we should be careful not to be waste time. Be careful of this time wasted in our life. In the external time wasted, is first one is incorrupt reputation. Reputation is mean like interrupt. That's a lot of time we waste time. And tidiness. Tardiness is the quality of fact, being late or lateness, and also unprotective. Protective is mean meeting, is mean too many meeting that is unnecessary. And crisis, difficult time or danger. Our eternal no time wasted is coming from disorganization or procrastination, inability to say no, burnout, imperfection. Like sometimes we overwork ourselves, inability to say no, organizations understand to do something, and disorganized is unorganized. That's about our external and internal time wasted. Well, I have to pass back again to my friend, Lemuel.
All right, thank you, Pastor Via. Now to goals and plans. Here we are. Yeah, thank you. You may pin my screen so you can keep looking at my face. All right, and the slides as well. All right, for goals and plans. Now, Napoleon Hill says this, to plan your work and then to work your plan. Today, I'd like to give you a little bit of an object lesson that I have set up here. So this is the object lesson. Okay, let me adjust this camera a little bit. All right, so these jars would represent your day. All right, these are exactly identical jars, and on each side are different things. These balls, they're all identical in shape and size. And this is 2 cups of beans, all right, that represent different things in your life, big and small. Now, you can choose to randomly fill up your day without too much thought. Maybe those are the small things in your life, social media, emails. This is your family, your girlfriend, and then health. And then finally, maybe this would be representation of God, but it no longer fits, okay? Sometimes if we are not careful, we won't be able to fit everything we need to do in our lives. So instead of doing that, we should be careful how we plan our day, starting with the important things first. Hudson Taylor says that we should do not have your concert first and then tune your instrument afterwards. Begin the day with the word of God and prayer. Get first of all in harmony with him. That's what Hudson Taylor says. Then from then on, maybe you can add the other important things in your life, your family, your partner, your spouse, your children, and other things. Then as you see, the rest of the day, you can add in the little things in life. Your hobbies maybe, answering emails, things like that. And you see that 24 hours is more than enough if you are careful to plan it out. Unlike this one, this is a bad example of time organizing. You have left God out of your day. So this is not a good example. Good example would be to start with the first things first, okay? Leave the little things to last. Let me just switch my camera back so you can see my face. Give me a moment. All right. And this was the Hudson Taylor quote that I quoted earlier. Do not have your concert first and then tune your instrument afterwards. Begin the day with the word of God and prayer, and get first of all in harmony with God, with him. All right. So I want to now introduce you to also the Eisenhower or Covey matrix. These two things are very similar, basically the same if the way I look at it. But this matrix helps us to determine what is important and what is urgent in our lives. So over here, you see that urgent is over this side, this column, and important will be this row on top, okay? Not important at the bottom, not urgent on the right side here of the screen. So the first quadrant on the top left is the quadrant to do. These are the important and urgent things that you should do immediately. Should not procrastinate, but do it now. Then over here, this is the decide quadrant. These are the things that are important, but not immediately urgent. So take time to make a decision on this and tackle them later on. Now on the lower left is delegate quadrant. Things that fall in this quadrant are not important, but they are immediately urgent. You need to get it done, but they're not urgent. So delegate it to someone who can complete it. And finally, on the lower right is the delete quadrant. It is a quadrant where things are not important or not urgent, which you should delete from your schedule. All right. To turn our goals into reality, we need to go beyond just organizing our day, like I showed you earlier on, but think on a bigger level. Plan also for your weeks, your months, and your years. How do you spend your time? Does it reflect your vision, your mission, your goals, and your values? Think about that as I pass the time back to Pastor Fia right now.
Thank you, Pastor Lemuel. In our part 3, it's our talent pro tips. Pattern your time. Remember at the start of our presentation, when we compare time to money, while many of us create spending budget for our money, not many of us have spending budget for our time. As time is even more important and valuable than money, we should consider what is worth spending our time on. Work-life harmony. Pro tip number 1, work-life harmony, work-life balance assume that we hate our work. Nowadays, it is no longer work-life balance, but work-life harmony, where our work, our ministry, is also something meaningful that we want as a part of our life. Whether at work, at rest, or at leisure, the different part of our life should be in harmony. Number 1, understand what you can realistically achieve with your time. This means pre-plan your next day. Like Benjamin Franklin say, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Make sure you have enough time for essential tasks. Remember, first thing first, little thing last. Number 3, add consistency time for the unexpected. Better your schedule slightly so that you have some margin to work within. Avoid taking on more than you can handle. Say no. A quote by Ling you can say, beside the noble art of getting things done, there is the noble art of leaving things undone. The wisdom of life consists in the elimination of non-extensional. Number 5, work steadily toward your personal and tier goal. Like Simon Sinek say, start with why and work really hard to make sure you are consistent. Number 6, have enough time for family and friend, exercise and hobby. In his book, Emotionally Health, leader Peter tell us that practicing a healthy separate rhythm keep us emotionally healthy and effectively lead us. Looking at page 1 to 9. And personal energy, we see the drop there for personal energy cycle. And from the start, our prime times, not all the time are create equal. There are different times in a day when you are more productive. There are times in a day when you must rest. It is not the same for everyone, but personal energy cycle is a good guide to help us understand our own cycle better. Based on the personal energy cycle, the time shortly after we just wake up are the most productive time in our day. This is our prime time. This is when we are fresh physically and mentally. Use this time to accomplish your most important or difficult task. If you are not able to complete these tasks, at least you got the same start, and you can complete them later in the day. Take notes of when your energy level tip. Don't just plan your work, plan your break as well. Take break at right time to re-energize and refocus. To the energy tip, perform tasks that are easy. Cooperating with energetic teammates during this time would be a good idea. Well, I hand back to my friend Lemuel.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you for the reminder. Finally, we're going to tell you how to use Google Calendar. Now, when I was in Bible school, a lecturer who mentored me forced me to do something for him every week. Every week, I would need to create a schedule for this lecturer. And so this practice would change my life. I designed a weekly schedule on an Excel sheet. I printed it out and I had to show it to him and be accountable to him with that schedule. It became such a habit for me that I would feel lost without my schedule. Now, with the advent of online calendars, I no longer need to print my schedules out, but I can simply share them with anyone I wish. The calendar app has helped me to be able to pastor a church, run my businesses, study at APTS, as well as raise my family. While I know that some of us might be using calendar apps like Google Calendar, Trello, or Slack, I know there are also many who are not using any calendar right now, whether it's online or otherwise. I really believe that if you can start using a calendar app to manage your time, your ministry, your life would really be transformed. So right now, we like to do something really practical. If you do not yet have a calendar of any sort, maybe you can open your browser to Google Calendar. You just simply type in calendar.google.com and it will take you to your Google Calendar. I'm going to share my screen right now so you can have a look at it. It would be great if you guys can, I'm going to walk through step by step. So if you have your calendars open, you will be able to start your calendar right now. Okay, we're going to walk you through these 4 things here that you see: create a calendar, share an event, add calendars that are that you might like to have in your calendar, that like to see in your calendar, and how to share your calendar. All right. So if you go to your Google Calendar, it might look very different from mine here, because mine is very full and very colorful. So you see here, the green color ones are my events. These are my appointments. The pink color ones are my classes in the school that I run. The gray color ones are the church services that I might need to attend. The blue color one is family members calendar event that I get, so that we can organize when we want to meet together and all that. Okay. So first things first is that you need to sign into your calendar if you're not signed in. So you need to key in your Google account. I think everyone would have a Google account nowadays. And then after that, you will see this blank space. You won't see anything. Okay. But here's the first thing first. How can you create an event? So let's say I have a calendar prayer meeting. Let's organize a prayer meeting. Okay. Let's say we want to have a calendar at 2 o'clock. By the way, if you notice, I have 2 time zones here because I've been working with Pastor Fia, who's in New Zealand. I immediately know what time he's talking about when he says 8 p.m. I know it's 4 p.m. in Malaysia. So let's say we want to have a prayer meeting with New Zealand and Malaysia. So I can say prayer meeting. Maybe we want to pray for Malaysia. Okay, let's add for Malaysia. Okay, these are the general details, but you can click more options. You can say where the location is, or if this is an online prayer meeting, you can add in a Zoom link here. Okay, then you can add your guest. So I've been collaborating with Pastor Fia a lot, so I will add him into the list as a guest. I can add my wife. I can add our dean of students. This is, just some different people you can add. So if you want to join us, I can, add like Dr. William, okay, anyone else here, and send it to them by email. Now, maybe we want to repeat this event. We don't just want to pray one day. We can repeat it every day or every Saturday, or in this case, it's the 4th Saturday of the month. So you can repeat it every 4th Saturday of the month or the last Saturday of the month, or it could be an annual thing as well. You can also customize this to repeat. So let's say I want to pray every other day. And since we are praying for Malaysia, maybe I want it to end on our National Day, okay, which is August 31st. That's next week. Then I'll click done and I'll click save. And if I send it out, Pastor Fia will receive a notification. Okay, so let's do that right now. So you see that.
Minutes, sir.
Thank you. You see that the event is created here already. Okay, so this is the first event. I also want to show you that you can add a lot of calendars over to your left side. This is my calendar. So this is to toggle the view, whether I want to view my calendar or not. So these are the classes. You can also add other people's calendars over at the bottom left. These are some of the church leaders, church pastors, and other calendars, church members, and family members' calendars that I am able to view. Okay, you can subscribe to a calendar. I can subscribe, which I am subscribed to my wife's calendar already. I can see all her appointments. She can see mine. In fact, we can control each other's calendar. I can delete or create events on her behalf. So those of you who are mega church pastors, you can get your personal assistant to do this for you. You can browse calendar of interest. So right now I'm subscribed to holidays in Malaysia and holidays in Philippines. Okay, so if you want, to pray for Afghanistan, what holiday is coming up, that you can do that. Okay. Other than that, there's also sporting calendars. So let me go to find the sporting calendars. So I know Filipinos are really into basketball. So you can find PBA basketball here. Or I know my Islander friends are really into rugby. You can choose which league you want to follow and you'll never miss a rugby game or basketball game ever. Also here, I have subscribed to Christian holidays. So I know when the next Christian event is coming up. So let me just give you an example. So this is yellow color one right here on the 24th. Tomorrow is a Malaysian holiday, okay? So it's the governor of Malacca. This is a city. So the holiday doesn't affect me. It's only in Malacca. This is not my city, okay, for example. And we have our National Day happening next week, as you saw, all right? And I think there's no Christian feast for a while until November. So this is the Feast of St. Francis of Assisi. This is a Catholic holiday, okay? So this is Google Calendar. And if any of you would like to have, this is just a quick demonstration, but if any of you would like a step-by-step guide, I've been using this. I think I'm quite good at it now. You can contact me and I'll be glad to coach you through and offer you step-by-step how to set it up properly, okay? Just drop me a message, make an appointment with me on Google Calendars, okay? Pastor Via, back to you.
To our conclusion and our thanks. Now, as we conclude our presentation, we would like to remind you that time is the most valuable thing that we all possess. Like Rick and Warren say, time is your most precious gift because you only have a set amount of it. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. In lighting of this, let us be good steward and manager of the time that the Lord has given to us to serve him. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all our fellow students and Professor William Dodd for the chance to present our work in front of you all. We hope it was clear, understandable, and helpful to all. May God bless and Faftai Telelava from Lemuel and Tuiloma Fianuusila Toli Tuiloma. God bless.
Hey, give them a round of applause. Very good presentations. All right, good. Yep. Any questions for them?
Yeah, sir. Good morning.
Yes.
I would like to thank our reporters this morning for giving us many professional tips, pro tips. Wow, wow! I'm amazed how you do this presentation. I hope that you could also teach us. My question is, when are you going to give us those that $86,000?
It's a what if.
What if? Okay. Okay.
Claim
But
it.
but my question really is, how do you have any insights how Jesus, taught time management to these disciples? Any idea, if you don't mind? Thank you.
Pastor Fia, would you like to answer?
Yeah. What's your question again?
Yeah, I just want to know if there's any hint in the scriptures that Jesus probably have taught, in a sense, how to manage their time. How Jesus demonstrated, how to value time and their schedules. Thank you. Because they have quite a busy ministry, especially if you read the Gospel of Mark, right?
Yeah, I think there's no person like Jesus who really use his time wisely. And I think you look at the way he walked in this earth, and that his time, he never even wasted any time. I think he set the example for his disciples. And even if you look at the four gospel, the life of his ministry and the life he do things, he do things in the right time. Because he didn't even have enough time in this earth. The only 3 years was up in there. And he got a lot of things he tried to present, and he tried. And if you look in his life, I think, yes, it's a lot of, there's no other person in this earth to be a good role model in using time wisely, like our Savior and like our Jesus Christ. Yes. Am I, yeah.
I do agree with that, Pastor. And because has a lot of schedules and have done everything for just a short time. But any particular or specific example that we could somehow abstract from that passage, and we could draw those principles and techniques that you have shared to us this morning?
In the book of Mark 1 verse 35, like Jesus should start by allocating regular time for prayer. That's what I mean. It's a lot of things, but I'm just trying to, and this is what come in my mind. The Holy Spirit remind me now in the book of Mark, verse 35, and you study about the Word of God, and like Jesus, he should start by allocate regular time for his prayer. Like when he go there, he always after this, he go to pray, he come back, the disciples sleep. And what he tried to do, he tried to teach them to how to value their time and don't waste it. And that's what I was saying. If us, I'll use the idea of our tithing money, but what about tithing our time? And if we will fill up on a schedule with demand from work and home, and to try to find time to spend in prayer and study the Word of God, we are setting ourselves up for the failure, because you go in any failure in this study, take time to determine what time you will tithing actually to the prayer and study of scripture on 31. That's why I think you look in Luke 5 verse 16, Mark 1:35, and Matthew 6:33, I think he's talking about how we set our boundaries, in our devotions time. That's why Jesus was trying in that sort of idea.
All right.
The time of prayer. When you talk about prayer, he's talking about for his devotion time. And I think we have to know to set our boundaries, and also but it's a lot of it.
Okay, good. All right. Thanks for sharing. Yep. Any questions? Anyone? No question?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
I've heard some people say that they schedule their life in increments of 15 minutes. I'm wondering if they ran across any research of what's the best the best way to schedule your time.
Yep. Lem, we can't hear you, Lem.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did see some Pomodoro methods. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but that is 25 minutes. So that's supposed to be like intense focus for 25 minutes. And then after that, you get something like 5 minutes break. So it's like increments of 30 minutes. I tried that with the students that are in my school. And I tried it for about maybe 6 months or something like that. But I find that there are things that don't happen within 30 minutes. And it's good for some things, short bursts of intense focus, but not all students work that way as well. So I think really at the end of the day, that's why we didn't go into too much specifics, but you have to discover what works for you. So for example, for me, 30 minutes, I'm just setting up. But by the time I reach 1 hour, I've procrastinated enough, then that's when my engine is started and I start to churn out work a lot. So I think we need to know ourselves to be able to make the best use of our time. So know yourself, I think, Chris, maybe that would be the best answer. And can I just throw back to Pastor Serb's question a little bit? Earlier on, when I showed this illustration here, this is seek first his kingdom and his righteousness right here. Jesus, like what Pastor Fia was talking about, seek God first in the morning, in prayer. So this is one of them. Also, one thing, this is a personal thing. I don't think Jesus ever tried to achieve balance. As I was looking for time management, work-life balance was one of the keywords, and time management, balance was one of the keywords. But I don't think that Jesus was going after balance. He was going after tensions. He was holding things together. And I think Christian life is that way. It's not just abundant life and then no persecution and having that good life, but it's always a tension pulling us from both sides. And I think Jesus had certain rhythms in his life. So for rhythms, I think you can go and check out the Emotionally Healthy Leader, which I shared with you guys. So yeah. Any other questions?
One last, anyone questions? All right. If no, can we give them the round of applause? Yes, again. Okay, good. Well, yep. I mean, all depend on us. In terms of management, it's good to find out what is the best, what works for you. Yep. Also in terms of your culture, also in terms of your pace. Yeah, it will be good. For example, I think Fia have shared about the graph. Morning, the graph, then after the energy level. Remember? Yeah, my energy level does not start at 8 a.m. My energy level is start at 10 p.m. Yeah, that is my energy level. If you ask my daughter, her energy level is start at midnight, 1 a.m. Yeah, that's how everything. She will be very, her homework, her assignments, everything. That is her best period. So everybody freedom. Is, I mean, in terms of time, energies. Yeah, it's all very different. All right, but the most important thing is we all need to learn how to manage our times. Yeah, as a leaders, especially if your ministry is getting bigger and you're going to do more things. Yep, you need to learn how to manage your times, and especially if you are many roles. That's why sometimes I'm very amazed, with people. Wow, they are chairman of this board, they are chairman of this, they're chairman of that. Yet they are still a businessman. They still have this. I said, wow, how on earth they can do so much thing? Then later I found out, yeah, because they have a good management system. Of course, they may have a PA to help them, to run all these things, Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, we need to manage our times, all right? Yeah, I like the Lemuel, the illustrations in the sense that talk about, yeah, I read the books before, yeah, but he put it into life for us to see, how to manage the time. All right, the first thing first. All right, I have some feedback for both of you. All right, the presentation is great. All right, I think through Lemuel, through your presentations, yeah, people have started asking, hey, your how you do this, do that. Maybe we can run a class, right? You know, yeah, I think for those who are interested, you know, how to do what he do the presentation on the web, you know, that kind of things, what equipments. You use software, you using a software to do that, right, Lemuel? No.
And it's a web-based software for presentations called Prezi. Prezi.
Yeah, correct. Need to pay?
Sorry?
Need to pay?
There is a free version. I use the free version, but
yeah.
it can be quite annoying if you don't pay for it. So this one is currently the free version. I shared the link. If you click the link, you'll be able to see the presentation, but without not this version, not with my picture, with my video and things around, not this version. For this version, you need to install Prezi video. So what you will see would be this version, like this.
Yeah. All right. Ken, thanks. All right. This is Lem specialties. All right. If you're interested, you can ask him, you know, to see whether he got free time, whether he want to charge you. You know, yeah, that's what he earned for living. You know, yeah. So instead of just one by one, maybe a class of 3 or 4, you know, that it could help. Then if you want to learn how to use Google Form, Google Calendar, simple one, I think quite easy, but like him is because a lot of things you want to learn more. I think rather than ask one by one to have him to show you, I think it's good that you can ask, do it as a small group, you know, so that this is more effective, okay, in times. All right, okay. Yeah, I also like their presentations, all right? In that sense, I also wonder, hey, how can I do that also? yeah, maybe we can ask him. All right, then, but the thing is, let me share a few pointers. In fact, your presentations, I thought of giving you full mark, all right? But happens that Lem, you have all the things, yeah, but Fia one doesn't have anything, all right? So my suggestion, but Fia is a group preacher. Pastor Fia, good preacher, man. Yeah. You know what, the way you preach, I said, you know, I know that firing, So, but the thing is, Fia have shared a very good information as well. But if they don't have any script, they may lost halfway what he's doing, because now people is visual. So my recommendations is next time, I mean, for all of you, if one of them, you know, if doing something like Lemuel, I find that it's good to be recorded. That's one thing you can do. Because when doing recording, you can do all kinds of things. You can put here, put there. You say, sir, is it all right to do recording? I say yes. Yeah, but of course you must be present, because after that, then we ask questions, you are there, you know. Yeah, so this is, you also can do recording, you know, do a fantastic recording. When you do recording, video editing, everything, music, everything come in, wow, that is fantastic. You know, yeah, there's something that for your thoughts, yeah, next time in other project, you do presentation, ask the lecturer, can I do video? You know, my presentation in video. If you say can, whoa, many things you can do. You know, definitely will score for that. If he give you some marks on that. All right. Then the next things, both Lemmy and Fia, you have also give a very good, in the sense, informations. But in the transcript, I don't find any. Footnote inside. Yeah, so this is one of the things that I have to minus marks, because I don't know where you get it from. All right, so like okay, Napoleon say okay, where you get this from? Yeah, Rick Warren say this, you know, I don't know where you get it from. Then you talk about energy waster or the kind of things. Yeah, is it from you or is it from somewhere else? So I think it's good that you give it to us, the transcript. So can I have both of you to rework on your transcript, because you don't have PowerPoint to show it to us because you're on your web? Can I suggest that you rework on your this transcript and you send it to all of us? All right, send it to all of us. Yeah, so we also know where you get this from, where you get this from. We also learn what exactly what we are sharing. All right, so these are the just fruit for thoughts. Okay, any questions? If not, let me see. I got time. Yes, let me add in something. Okay, just extra things, because I think this hold on. All right, here, let me say share screen. Oh yes. Okay, I think you have see, yeah, talk about time management. Yeah, this is also taken. I also have taken some from Stephen Covey. Yep. So yeah, just some things that I would like add in. Hold on. Let me put it this thing. Oh yes. Okay. All right. I think we have learned from Lemuel and Fia presentations that say times are very important. Yeah, you know, just now I almost asked Lemuel, no, you say about 86,000, right? Yeah, he didn't say it's US dollar or is it Indonesian money. So that's why I can't tell you what I really can do. Okay, so yeah, even US dollar 86,000, Singapore cannot buy a new car. Yeah, correct. So that is something very expensive here. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this. All right. So for us as a leaders, very important. Time management is very important, and in order to manage ourselves, in fact, time management is part of self-management. All right. So if you want to be effective, you know, in our ministry, in our life, you know, first thing first, we must able to put first thing first. All right, so these are very important, and then we need to learn. Actually, time management also really talk about how to prioritize our day and day-to-day actions. Okay, based on what is important and not what is most urgent. Okay, so this is Stephen Covey has said that. So from this, there are two ways developing methods of personal management. One is we call it time management. The other one is dedications. Yep, we are in the ministry. Yeah, we cannot do all things, so therefore we need to learn how to dedicate to people. Okay, so what are the things that continues? I won't say much because I think it's well presented. This is what Stephen Covey, I think maybe most of you have read his book, you know, about 7 habits of highly effective people. If you have not, I will encourage you to read. Yeah, because I am impacted by the books, you know, what Stephen Covey has shared many years ago. Okay, this is considered is quite a classic book, but it's really, the principle is really helpful. All right, for us. Okay, so actually habit 3, this when you talk about time management, you talk about habit 3 is put first thing first. Okay, so first thing first, you can see is you put a quadrant. You can see that it's urgent, not urgent, then important, then not important. So you divided in that. So you have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay, we'll look at one by one. Okay, so a quick one. Okay, basically quadrant 1. All right, it's talk about, you can see from here, urgent and important. So it's crisis, pressing problems, and also deadlines. All right, so many people now you are living now in this quadrant 1 because your homework, everybody is rushing now. Deadline is coming. Oh dear, I think I'm able to finish. But everybody is now in panic. All right, so pressing problem. So quadrant 2 is actually, it's not urgent, but it's also important to talk about vision, you know, PC activities, you know, those not good activities, and prevention, relationship building, and planning. So actually this is called quadrant 2. Okay, we'll share a bit more. Then after that, you say not important, quadrant 3, interruptions. Not important, but urgent. Interaction, pressing matters, some calls and mail. Like example, if your members call you, you know, say need you to, you say somebody passed away, need you to come, you know, to help to handle or bring comfort to the family members. This is in quadrant 3. In our lives, in our pastoral lives, definitely we will have a lot of quadrant 3 that come in. You know, with plans, you know, but there are a lot of interruptions. Then of course, quadrant 4, you know, it's trivial, busy work, some meals and costs, and time wasting. Yeah, in fact, I think Fia I think the group has shared, a lot of people are put their time on quadrant 4. Why? Watching TikTok, watching read Facebook, you know, yeah, read all these things. So So yeah, actually it's quite a time wasting. All right. So then the next one's all right. So results. What will happen? The result is, say, when you're in quadrant 1, remember urgent and urgent and important. If you always live in such a time, that means you will stress out. You will burn out. Okay, you will be in crisis management, then you always try to put fires. If you do not know how to time your put your time properly. Am I right? Just for example, just for your exam, for you taking class, if you didn't manage well, so the whole things right now will become urgent and important. So what happened? You will stress, right? Everything coming in, your homework, you procrastinate. Then after that, your ministry, everything come in. Then you will feel stressed, and then you will feel burnout. You're always in crisis management. You are trying to always put fires. All right. So this is not a very good time management. Then the next one you will see. What happened is you are in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 means urgent, all right, and not important. Okay, these things means you are urgent. It's urgent thing, but not very important. So what happened is, you will. What happened to you is it is all short-term focus. If you put so much time on this, then there are crisis management, reputation, character. That means another word is you always change, right? Your character always change. Okay, then after that, you see goals and plans as worthless, you feel victimized, you are out of control, then you have shadow of broken relationship. All right, so if you always your time management is always in this quadrant. Then of course the next one, okay, this is called, in a sense, not important, not urgent. All right, so what happened is you'll be fired from jobs. Okay, you didn't do anything, you are not effective. So it's really like you are living a total irresponsibility life. Then you will depend on others or institutions for basics. That means, in other words, this means what? Means you are poor, you always rely on people to supply you. But the best one actually is trying to say is vision, prospect, balance, disciplines, control, and few crisis. If you start to put most of your time in this, it will really help you. So friends, okay, leaders. So just now, if I say from Lemuel, if expertise, honestly, so when you're here, quadrant 2, you will find one thing. Peter Drucker say, effective people are not problem-minded. They are opportunity-minded. They fit opportunities and staff problems. They think preventively. So I'm trying to ask you these questions right now. When you plan your time, do you allocate time in this quadrant that is not important and urgent? Do you spend time to think in your ministry that think about opportunities rather than always put fire? Do you think about growth? Do you dream dreams? I mean, this is the time that, honestly, if you want to talk about urgent, not urgent, but important, is your time alone with God. Just now, I think Lemuel has said it's very important. But the next one you need to know is another thing is about your ministry. Do you dream dreams? Do you plan for your future? It's not important. It's not urgent right now because it might be 5 years, 10 years. That's why as a leaders, you need to spend a time to about this. All right. If you don't, I can tell you, you will your life sometimes, if you're too busy, you will be stressed out and you will be very frustrated. And let me share this with you. All right. There's a Pareto principles. I think many here of this is actually 20% of the results come from 20% of effort. That means, in other words, leaders actually, in the sense that they spend 20% of their time doing the key things that will produce 80% of the results. I say that again. Leaders spend 20% effort on doing the key things that will produce 80% of the results. That means, in other words, in your time management, you are actually planning. Okay, maybe part of your time, maybe 20% or 10%, you are planning or you are thinking that you are doing things that is key to you. So that when you are doing that, you were able to produce 80%, of your results. All right, so that is what Pareto principles are about. All right, so friends, leaders, Peter Drucker also have shared this. Okay, you read my books. I think my books will have. Yeah, I think I have that. Yeah. So when you talk about time management, you say in your 24 hours, you need to allocate the best time. Right, not your sleepy time, not your energy. It's the best time. Okay, maybe a slot, maybe 1 hour or maybe 2 hours in this quadrant 3. Yeah. So in this, quadrant 2. That means, in other words, is you really dreams, plan about your future. What are the things that you want to do in the future? That will benefit you as well as your ministry. Okay. So effective leaders remember that. Yep. Or else we will go day by day. We'll find that time is wasted. All right. The next one is talk about dedications. All right. So dedications. Normally, most of us, we are having this dedication called golfer dedications. Golfer dedications means what? You go for this, you go for that, do this, do that. Remember, we always ask people, you do this, do that, you do this, do that. It's become so, it's a specific small task. Just ask and do. But, focus is just on methods and procedure, rather than goals. But there's one more I taken from this book. I think sorry. Okay, you talk about this. Stewards, dedications, you talk about desired results, right? So in other words, okay, you talk about guidelines when you dedicate, you talk about resources, you talk about accountabilities. Then of course you talk about consequences. All right. So what does it mean? Very simple. You tell when you do dedication, you let them know what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do. Okay. You give them authority and responsibility. Guidelines, you show them the parameters, and restriction and limitation, what they're supposed to do. Resources, you give them all the resources that they need to accomplish. Accountabilities, you need to state the kind of performance that you use to be evaluate, in the results. That's why have you all heard about KPI, key performance indicators? Yep. In my previous class, we have a hot debate on this. See whether church supposed to use KPI. May I ask, do your church use KPI?
Yes,
Yes.
Pastor.
If yes, you put a thumbs up. Thumbs up. If yes, put a thumbs up. Evaluate, Pastor. No, right? Yeah, correct. So all those Singapore church have, and especially all those mega church, they also have used the KPI. So my students ask me, is it biblical to use KPI? That kind of thing. If I never meet KPI, how? That kind of thing. Yeah, that is another subject. All right. Yeah. All right. So, but the KPI to me is good. Yeah, but it depends how you use it. Don't abuse the system. It's supposed to help you to learn and grow. It's supposed to tell you how are you doing. If you are not doing well, then what are the steps that help you to do it better? So KPI actually is not a bad thing as well. All right, it depends how you use it, and also depend the user of using it. All right, yeah. So you talk about the consequences. As your KPI is also talk about consequences. What happened? What good, bad as a results. For consequences. All right. So these are the quick one just to share. I would like to share with you all. Any question with this? All right, read the books. Yeah, 7 Habits. So read the books. Talk about time management. All right, but whole things I want to bring it to all of us. Yeah, as ministers, we have a lot of things to do. Yep, but in every day, we need to encourage to take out a certain time. I think like what Lemuel have done. If let's say Google, you straight away, instead of, if you see the Google calendar, what will you do first? What will you put in first? Honestly, if Lemuel teach you, okay, now everyone open. Okay, now do first thing. What you want to put in first? If you put Sunday service, I have this time. I need to have homework this time. I have a prayer meeting at this time. Then you got it all wrong. All right. Actually, the first one you're supposed to do. Yeah. If you want to put, devotion time. Time we got Put one. Yes, I said yes. That's a good one. All right. But what is the second one? You have to think. So when you think about second one, you have to think about the quadrant 2. What are the things is important but not urgent? You have to fit the big boxes thing. Yeah, the big ball. I think blue color, right? Yeah, color brown. Yeah. The blue color one, blue color one. I think it's the blue one. You have to put that one first. Yeah. Then after that, you put all the things. Do you know that? Just to share with you, I also admit I also, when I was pastor, I struggle with my devotion time. You know why? Because I wake up, told you right, my time, I wake up in the mornings, you know, I'm still in the sense that I'm not so awakened. Then I go to office. You know, when I go to office, first thing what we do? On computer. And you know what's on computer and what's the next? Look at email. Yeah. Then once the email talk about, you know, church things or church planning or what agenda, well, next thing is I fill that in with. Yeah. Then at the end, you know, you let all these things, then ministry come in. Then after the day over, then start remember, oh, I forgot to do my devotion time. Oh, I don't have time devotion. So end up what you do? At night, very nice. Dear Lord, thank you for the day. Please bless tomorrow. You know, then you read the Bible, then you sleep. You rest in the Lord. You know, yeah. So these are the things. Yeah. So that's why it's good to put a time, specific time. That I have friend, you know what he did when he's in the office, because morning, he's not a morning person. He's not that kind that, you know, people say like the China have said, wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and pray. You know, yeah, the person cannot because he sleep at 4 a.m. So how to wake up 5 a.m. You know, or 3 a.m. So what happened is, you know, when he really allocate time, you know what they do? Very simple. He allocate that time. Then anybody want to take that his time, he says, sorry, I have an appointment. But actually, what is the appointment? He spend time with the Lord. And he spend time with the Lord, my friends. Can I say this to you? They're very important. When you spend time alone with the Lord, not just reading the words, very important, not just prayer, but it's a good time of conversation with the Lord. And ask Lord, what you want me to do for today or even for the ministry. Show it to me. You know, yeah. Then after that, it easily take about 1 hour. Okay, so that is a good time. Then you will become more effective in the rest of the day. Okay, so this is something just share with thoughts. Then after that, learn to dedicate. All right, yeah, and be stewardship dedications. I need to find out where did I get this from and show it to you. All right, okay. So any questions? If not, all right, we have a break at now it's 10:35. We will come back at 10:45, and then the other groups. Okay, once the break is over, you know, you can straight away take over. All right, Ken. So yeah, so take a 10 minutes break, and then I see you all later.
After Lemuel.
Yes, Pastor Pia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. After. You say after.
Oh, I don't know how to say that. How do you spell that?
Thank you, after.
Faafetai.
Yeah.
Yes.
After
Delelava.
Yeah. Thank you to wear our suit today for our presentation.
Yours is nice. Yours looks really nice. You look like.
Hey, I'm proud of both of you, man.
You should tell Professor William. You should tell Professor William should be have 10 points.
I'm wearing shorts. Oh no, I'm not.
Well, I can see both of you really dress up for these occasions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I should give you an extra mark for that. Huh?
Oh yes, of course you should.
Dress up for occasion. Wow, I can see. Wow, Pastor Fia wear the suit. Right? Yeah.
red
Then after that
colour.
with a badge. Oh.
Yeah.
Then again, Lemuel
Oh.
wear a suit with the handkerchief. Wow.
Yeah. Say,
Uh,
you have to dress for the occasion, Professor. Hey, and say you have to dress for the occasion. And the presentation today.
yeah.
class.
Yes. Correct. Hey, actually, then in that case, next time next time if I think but already over, I should put your first though for presentation. Then every student all will wear like Sunday best preacher okay the clothing Sunday clothing best present that.
The ladies also wore. They synchronized. They both wore red. I think it was, who was it? Faith and
Yes. Yeah, which I find that wow, that's good. But it's a good presentation, honestly. I like it, and I really like Fia. You are very clear when you are presenting. Yes, yeah. So
Thank you.
So I was looking, say where's the PowerPoint? I hope Lemuel will show the thing up. No, serious. I waiting for you. I said, wow. I hope when you share, Lemuel will show what you share, either the 4 points or the graph. I'm waiting for that. Then I said, I said don't have. Then this thing I think, yeah, probably is the
we didn't see it. There was his
There was a
No,
PowerPoint.
I didn't see that.
They already. Yeah.
It was
there
on my
was.
screen. It was on my screen.
Well,
Yeah.
on that we present.
Yeah.
It's all
Did
there.
you see that?
Oh, I should have given instructions to pin my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. So I didn't catch it. So you have it, right? All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wondering. How come I didn't see that? Because I see Lemuel and I see yours. Yeah. But how about the rest? Did they see?
They did. Because in the chats they mentioned please pin my screen. So then I also made a quick remark to pin my screen so that you can follow.
That's what I was going to ask you, Professor. I think maybe all this week we've been booked, and them on that side they have to put all our on the screen. Yeah.
Because it only works this way. Sadly, I cannot present on his behalf.
And even those quotation from I think that even all those footnotes, I think it's a back of here.
So as you read, I did show the quotes.
Yeah, can you send that to Professor William and most of our the week we've been done about nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah, the link. You scroll up, you find the link, you click it.
You really practice and try to cut down our time.
Yes, I think that you have done well. Okay, Ken, good. Thanks for telling me that. Then you'll get full mark for this presentations. I mean, sorry, full mark in the sense of the in the presentation part. Yeah, use of visual. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. I was gonna wait until the end of class, and I was gonna say to you, everything was on the PowerPoint, and we've been working on this for about 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's how we set that talent too.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. I really like it. Yeah. But actually, Lemuel, I should minus 1 mark from you though.
No, you shouldn't.
No, because
I've already had 10 points for our trusting.
No, because Lemuel is a professional in this. He's very good in this. But you all will get full mark because of fear. Yeah. In the sense that you're not like the because Lemuel this is what he did. I mean, he's very good in this. Yeah, but Lemuel, I think you so you're very good. But Fia, don't worry, you all will get a full mark for that.
Actually,
because
I software. I just learned this software the past 2 weeks to do this. I wanted to learn for a long time, but there wasn't really the motivation, so I installed everything and then I learned it.
So, but you have how many camera with you? 2 camera.
2. I
Let's
have
go.
2 cam. So that so I took one extra. So I put it to point at the table area. So I would change camera.
How you change camera? Is the Zoom because Zoom have 2 camera, right? It have to select a camera, right?
You can select different camera for Zoom, but because I'm using this software, so I just come to the Prezi software and do same thing lah, which is change the camera. So then this would be.
Pastor Lemuel. Can you text the this software to me?
Okay, I send the link to the file itself lah. Then you can from there it will take you directly to the website. Yeah.
Okay, I think I have that. Let me put favorite first.
You know, Professor William.
Yes.
I think from last week when me and Lemuel we worked on it, and we discovered this problem of and he worked on it, and we discussed even our own self. We try to present. We find out it be really slow to put up for me to speak, and we talking about he can continue. I rather present and make my speak as an art, because talking is like an art too, you know.
Yes,
try to clear sight.
Yes.
But he can, because I know he even to his part, and also he try to put all those different camera.
Yes.
And actually, when I finish, you say you never saw, but you can hear me talking, try to present. I try to do my best to be present and read clearly. And so like, you know, like talking a bridge, you have to post yourself also. It's like an art, you know?
Yes.
And we discovered that thing last week. But after that, you say you never see it, you try to look at it. But everything is already, we discover ourselves when we do a practice.
Yes. So that's why thanks for letting me know, because what happened is my computer didn't see what Lemuel is I mean the presentation, I mean the what you say is shown at the Lemuel side. Yeah. So that's the thing. Because what happened is sometimes you put chat group, I did so fast. I mean I can't because I'm listening to your, you know, I'm listening to your and I'm looking at the script. So what you put in chat group, I may miss it. And then everybody respond very fast. So then I'll probably miss it. Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, since you're telling me that, I think that's good. Then probably that's why I say, that's why when initially once you finish, I was thinking, say, hey, why not do a video, that kind of thing? Because I thought that, what Fia's sharing, you know, there's no presentation. Yeah, so in fact, he have, all right. So probably I missed out that one. So it's good. So I think yeah. So I say you all will get the full mark for using the visual aid.
I thought we had to do it live also. I was thinking about recording. I was thinking about recording, but I felt like that was maybe cheating lah. Because it's so controlled. I can edit everything. No,
that's why you call it visual aid. Yeah. So what happens is when you share, right, you can tell people, say, ladies and gentlemen, today we want just to talk about time management. Yeah. So first thing we're you're talking, right? Is this. Let's watch video about what are you going to say? So it's like using a multimedia kind of things, you know. Yeah, got live, but also got video. Yeah. So talk about that. Yeah. It can be that. Yeah. So many ways of doing that. Yeah.
Pastor Fia's web slides cannot see my face, it will be blocking. So just now as he was speaking, it was like this.
Yeah, correct. So, no, which I find is very good. Yeah. So in fact, that's why they say it's professionally done. Yeah. Hey, let me. Next time in future, you know, you see all those 1, 2, 3, right? You can see the screen. Yeah, next time instead of use click, you use your hand.
Yeah. But now it wouldn't.
Yeah. You use the hand. You know, you talk about the Bible did say zoom. Well, then come out. The Bible cover it. Wow, the one.
Augmented reality, but it's so far not integrated yet.
Yeah, I think you will have though in next times. Yeah, so that is the thing. Good presentations. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, but I was thinking because this is your professional in this area. So I was thinking, maybe I want to minus you 1 mark. Or that's very unfair. Because for those people, honestly, like me, like me, we are old school. We don't know how to do that. Yeah. So I cannot then, but they are trying their best. Yeah.
So
actually,
I know what's the solution. I should teach everybody how to use this.
yeah. They
Thank
will
you,
cry.
Yes.
And they will cry. Not easy though. I can tell you. Yeah, some of us. I mean, like me, I have to take so long to learn. How to do all these things. Yeah. Then also like Pastor Fia did say it's true. We all probably is I'm an old school and I can't preach as well as I do PowerPoint. I can't. Yeah, I did that before when I do online preaching. Then I said, hey, PowerPoint, who will handle for me? At first they say, yeah, they will do it. Then at the end, they also they didn't do it. Then at the end, I had to do it. Then when I do it using Zoom and show PowerPoint and preach, wow, I tell you the truth, I can't. When you talk halfway, you want to do the PowerPoint, something break, the momentum suddenly stop. Wow, then after they come back again, then after you got problems, I say, if you ask me the choice, I say I'd rather not to. Yeah, you just concentrate and do it.
It's quite difficult also to juggle the object lesson.
Yes. It's not easy. Yeah. So that's why you asked me. I said I'd rather to have on-site class rather than having a Zoom. Because Zoom you have to cater so many things. I ask you, Lemuel, when you read your script, you have a monitor in front of you, right? Or you have a teleprompter in front of you?
I'm using this monitor, so I have 2 monitors. But for this program, I just use one only.
So your script is what you put it
over the screen. That's the main thing I see. So wait, I can show you what I see. Now online.
Yeah.
I was doing it like this. Then Zoom was not here lah. Zoom was on this side.
Correct. So you read from here lah.
Yeah. So these are the toggles to toggle the different screens and the control.
Yeah, correct. So your amazing thing is because when you are reading it, your eyesight is not in the sense that it seems as if you are looking at the camera.
Yeah, I have another screen, bigger one here, but the webcam is here. So the laptop screen is here. So I use the smaller screen.
Yeah, and read lah. So you read from there lah. So you didn't make it smaller or something like that lah.
No.
Yeah.
But a bit hard also. I have to read, peek at the transcript.
Say, Professor, that's why I thank for them because I type all my research thing. I think he received 7 pages, and he ring me and say it's too much, and we work again to put it down, to cut it down, and that's why I say to him, well, I hear that so much you are professor in that way, Lemuel. I send you all the information, and I want to we cut it down, so we have to get 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And now I know he's got his business. I say to him, if you ever open a border, I'll invite you to come and preach in my church in Auckland, New Zealand, and he can extend his business in New Zealand website. So
yeah.
And it's good to know him through this class. And so, when we do this project together, I think it became a sort of good friend. It became so close when we worked on these 3 weeks on this project. I learned a lot from him too. Even I'm a pastor, there's a lot of things. He teaches me how to use those PowerPoints and those sort of things. And I say, well, I hand over to you to do all those things. And he wrote to me and say, hey, you got about 7 pages of all the information about the Bible sitting here.
Okay.
Say, well,
all right. I think we need to start already. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. I think thank God, through this you all have been good friends. Yeah, connect. That's what the whole class actually is good. honestly, that's why I like on-site class. If you ask me again, yeah, because on-site you're all together. So that's where you learn from one another, build relationship with one another, and share resources with one another. Yeah, and spur one another. I think that would be good. So I'm glad that because through this project, you all work closely. I believe some other group as well, work closely, and there's a certain form of friendship and relationship is built. Yeah, that's the purpose for projects as well. Okay.